Most people don't think saving money should feel this difficult. The rule seems simple: earn money, spend less, save the rest. That's what we've been told for years, and for a long time it worked. Not perfectly, not for everyone, but it felt less possible. Today, something feels different. You might be earning, you might be trying, you might even be more careful than before, and still, saving feels harder. Not impossible, but heavier, slower, less rewarding. And that feeling is showing up everywhere. Welcome to Money Science AR. Today, we're not going to talk about tips or shortcuts. We're going to understand something deeper. Why saving money feels harder in 2026, even for people who are doing everything right, and what actually changed. Let's start with something simple. Saving money used to feel like progress. You could see it, measure it, trust it. You put money aside and it stayed there. It kept its value, sometimes it even grew. That created a sense of stability, a sense that effort was leading somewhere. But now many people don't feel that same connection. They save, but it doesn't feel like progress. They build a balance, but it doesn't feel secure. And the reason isn't a lack of discipline, it's a change in the environment. The first shift is something everyone notices, but few fully understand. Prices changed, not suddenly, but consistently. Groceries cost more, rent costs more, insurance costs more, basic living costs more. And even when inflation slows down, prices don't go back, they stay higher. So even if your income increases, your baseline cost of living rises with it. That means the space between what you earn and what you can save gets tighter. Saving doesn't just require discipline anymore. It requires margin, and margin is shrinking. Now here's where it gets more subtle. Even when you manage to save, something else is happening. Your money is quietly losing strength, not disappearing, not collapsing, but losing purchasing power. That means the same amount of money buys less over time. This creates a strange experience. You see your savings grow in numbers, but it doesn't feel like it's growing in value. And that disconnect is confusing, because saving used to feel like building something. Now it sometimes feels like holding something in place. Let's pause here, because this is important. Saving money today is not the same activity it was 10 or 15 years ago. Back then, inflation was lower costs, were more stable, expectations were simpler. Today, inflation is more persistent, costs are more dynamic, life is more complex. And that complexity creates pressure. The second shift is less visible, but more powerful. Your environment changed. You are surrounded by more financial decisions than ever before. More apps, more accounts, more advice, more strategies. You are constantly being told, optimize your savings, maximize your returns, don't miss out. This creates a mental burden, because saving is no longer just about putting money aside. It's about choosing where to save, how to save, when to move money, which account is best. And with too many options, something happens. You hesitate, you overthink, you delay. Not because you don't care, but because the decision feels heavier than it should. This is called decision fatigue, and it plays a bigger role in your financial life than you might realize. When your brain is overwhelmed with choices, it tries to protect you. It avoids making decisions. So instead of optimizing your savings, you postpone action. And postponed action has a cost, not an obvious one, but a real one. The third shift is emotional. Saving money used to feel calm. Today, it often feels stressful, because the stakes feel higher, uncertainty is higher, and stability feels less guaranteed. You hear about economic changes, job market shifts, rising debt, global instability. Even if nothing dramatic is happening in your life right now, the background noise affects you. It creates a sense that you need to prepare more, save more, protect more. But at the same time, it feels harder to do that. That contradiction creates stress. Now let's talk about something rarely discussed. Saving is not just a financial activity, it's a psychological one. To save consistently, you need patience, confidence, belief in the future. But in an environment where prices rise unpredictably, information constantly changes, financial advice feels overwhelming, those psychological foundations weaken. You start to question, am I doing the right thing? Is this enough? Should I be doing something else? And when doubt increases, consistency decreases. Another important change is how saving interacts with lifestyle. In the past, expectations were simpler. Today, expectations are constantly being shaped by what you see, online, socially, culturally. You are exposed to upgraded lifestyles, constant consumption, higher standards of living. Even if you don't actively chase those things, they influence your perception of what is normal. And when normal becomes more expensive, saving feels like restriction, not stability. This is where many people feel stuck. They are not overspending, they are not careless, but they feel like they are always adjusting, always compensating, always trying to keep up. That feeling is not about failure, it's about friction. Now let's talk about interest rates. This is where things become even more confusing. Savings accounts now offer higher returns than they used to. That sounds positive, and it is. But those returns are tied to a larger system. When interest rates rise, it usually means borrowing becomes more expensive. Economic activity slows slightly, uncertainty increases. So while your savings might earn more, other parts of your financial life become tighter. This creates a mixed effect. You gain in one area, you feel pressure in another. So saving money today exists in a more complex system, not broken, but different. And when systems change, behaviors need to adapt, not dramatically, but intentionally. Now here's the part that matters most. If saving feels harder, the solution is not to push harder, it's to simplify. Because complexity is one of the biggest hidden costs in modern finance. Too many decisions, too many comparisons, too much noise. The more complex your system becomes, the harder it is to maintain. And saving is not about intensity, it's about consistency. So what actually helps? First, reduce decision load. You don't need the perfect savings setup, you need a clear one. Choose a small number of tools, stick with them. Avoid constant switching. Stability in your system creates stability in your behavior. Second, focus on flow, not perfection. Instead of asking, am I saving the optimal amount? Ask, is money consistently moving in the right direction? Even small, steady movement matters more than occasional large efforts. Third, protect your margin. Saving doesn't come from motivation, it comes from space. If your expenses rise to match your income, saving becomes fragile. Creating even a small gap between income and spending is powerful, not dramatic, but reliable. Fourth, accept that saving today is slower, and that's okay, because the goal of saving is not speed, it's stability. You are not trying to win quickly. You are trying to remain secure over time. Now let's address something directly. Many people feel like they are falling behind. But behind compared to what? Often the comparison point is unrealistic or influenced by what you see, not what is real. Your financial path is shaped by your conditions, your environment, your timeline. And comparing that to someone else's highlight is misleading. Saving money in 2026 is not harder because you are doing something wrong. It is harder because the system requires more awareness, more intention, more clarity. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. It means it's different. If there is one idea to take from this video, it's this. Saving is no longer just about discipline. It's about designing a system that works in a changing environment. Not chasing every change, but staying steady within it. You don't need perfect timing, perfect strategy, perfect knowledge. You need consistency, simplicity, awareness. Because even in a changing world, those things still work, quietly, slowly, reliably, and maybe that's the shift. Saving no longer feels exciting. It feels intentional, less visible, more internal, but still valuable. In the next video, we'll explore how calm money systems help you stay stable even when everything around you feels uncertain. I'll see you in the next video on Money Science AR.